Hello. So today we're going to be going over the immune system, immunity. We're going to be going over the non-specific body defenses as well as the specific body defenses and the lines of defense that your body uses when something happens, such as if you get sick, if your body gets infected with a pathogen, a virus, bacteria, yeast, or fungus. I'm going to learn about what your body does to defend itself from such harmful substances and how your body starts a healing process to get rid of such things and things such as antibodies, and we're going to be learning about the classical and alternative pathways, the complement system. And we're also going to be discussing a little thing about T cells, B cells, and everything such as that. So, first of all, we're going to get into the non-specific body defenses, which is the first line of defense. These are your surface membrane barriers. So, they're the first thing that a bacteria or a virus or a fungus is going to come into contact with. So, the first thing we have is your skin. Now, your skin serves as a barrier to pathogens. Your skin has a chemical barrier on it called sebum. So the oil in your skin has a pH 5, which inhibits the growth of pathogens and also encourages the growth of flora. Now, flora is a good thing because flora is bacteria that lives on you and actually belongs there. And now we're going to get into the mucous membranes, which the mucous membranes are the moist places and they're easier to penetrate. Things such as your eyes. Now, your eyes have tears, which wash away microorganisms in the eye, and they contain lysosome. The next thing you have is your nose, which your nose has hairs and mucous membranes, which trap dirt and bacteria. The next thing you have is your GU tract, which the males have a long urethra that's acidic, and females have a shorter urethra, and they also have bacteria in the vagina. And then lastly, we have the GI tract, which is things such as your stomach, which is very acidic and kills bacteria, and your intestines that have a high population of high flora, as we mentioned before, how flora can actually benefit you in a sense. Now we're going to delve a little bit deeper into the non-specific defenses. So let's say, for example, there's a bad guy, and your body sees this bad guy, and your body is telling the rest of your body, hey, what is this foreign thing in the body that's roaming around? We need to kill it. So the first thing that your body does is basically slap on the back of the pathogen a kill me sign. So the first thing that's going to happen is your body is going to engulf the pathogen. It's going to grab the bacteria and pull it inside and form what's called a vesicle. And then once it forms a vesicle, it merges with the bacteria to dissolve it. And then once it merges with the bacteria to dissolve it, it creates what's called a respiratory burst. Now, this respiratory burst is known as extra killing power, which actually squirts the bacteria with all types of different things and actually kills it. This process can be done by using a number of terms, such as opsonization. Opsonization is the process of adding chemical handles to pathogens to make it easier for the macrophages to grab onto them. As mentioned earlier, to grab onto them, pull the bacteria inside, consume it, and then kill it. And then also another term used are defensins, which are substances produced by neutrophils, which are little spears that poke holes inside of the pathogen. Alright, so next we're going to be talking about inflammation. Alright, we're going to talk about inflammation and the steps of the tissue's response to injury. So, first things first, we're going to talk about the chemicals of inflammation. You have histamine, kinines, prostaglandins, and you have the complement system, and you have lymphokines. Now, kinines and prostaglandins cause pain. They alert you that there's something wrong. And the lymphokines are chemicals that are produced by lymphocytes. So, let's say you're riding along your skateboard, do 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 do, you hit a crack, you slip, you fall, you injure yourself, you bruise the skin, you break the skin, you break a bone, anything. So immediately, your body's first reaction is to increase excessive blood flow to the area, cause hyperemia, which means it makes it red and hot, and also increases the production of exudate, which is fluid, and also edema, which is swelling. Now, the benefits of exudate is it helps dilute harmful chemicals and it increases oxygen and nutrient levels, releasing clotting proteins to isolate the damaged area. And then during this, we elect positive chemotaxis. Now, chemotaxis basically is the release of chemicals to attract more white blood cells to the area that has been injured. Now, some signs of inflammation, as mentioned before, is pain, redness, swelling, heat, and possibly loss of function. Now, again, the functions of inflammation are to prevent the spread of harmful substances, dispose of waste, and it helps initiate the healing process. Now, continuing on to the complement system. The complement system is basically a chain of reactions for which when something wrong happens. So, the complement system consists of 20 different proteins that interact with each other. Some actions include direct lysis of pathogens, which poke holes in the cell walls of the pathogens. We have opsonization, as mentioned before, which is attaches handles to the pathogen to make it easier to grab on. And the complement system causes inflammation and chemotaxis. So there's actually three ways to turn on the complement system. We have the classical pathway, and we also have the alternative pathway, and we also have the common pathway. Now, for the classical pathway, you need an antigen antibody complex. So you need an antibody to stick to an antigen. And that's basically what you need to know. You don't need to know C1 through C9 or CB or CA or any of that. And then also, you need to know about interferons, which tells and the interferons tells neighboring cells that there's a problem in the area. So when a cell gets infected, it releases interferons, and the neighboring cells say, "Oh shoot, there's an infection over here," and they take action to prevent an infection from happening. Also, some other things are fever. A fever is when you have a temperature above 98 degrees. Fever is also a good indicator of the healing process in that you're actually getting better and your body's heating up to fight off the infection. And pyrogens, which resets your body's thermostat, and it's helpful in fighting infection, which Hi, and thank you for watching my video on immunity. And I hope that I helped you learn a thing or two about immunity with providing a little bit of visuals to what you need to know. Thank you.